Evening all, and welcome back to Kerbalism. We're starting off launching another satellite, but don't worry, this episode is not going to be another one of those. In this episode I plan to capture an asteroid and bring it home, but we are launching an asteroid here because we're launching a satellite here because we have a contract to put a satellite in a very high orbit, an orbit almost next to Minmus, which is quite interesting, on a very interesting plane as well. It's almost sort of parallel to Minmus, but not parallel, sorry, what's the other one? Opposite to Minmus. Minmus leans one way, this one leans the other way, but you'll see. And the reason I'm sort of showing it is because I thought if I put it up there with a relay on it, it might be useful for when we talk to the moon or Minmus. It can bounce things around, it can do stuff. It's just going to be quite useful. And yeah, very simple one. Just take it up to 39 million meters away from Kerbin, put it in the right inclination, and should be contract complete. And in the early hours of the morning, our very creatively named asteroid grabber sits on the launch pad, ready to go. Right, let's target asteroid that will be incoming, which is this one here, I believe. That is going to enter the atmosphere, enter our sphere of influence in 9 days. And it's actually going to collide with Kerbin, which is, well, not ideal, I suppose, but not terrible either. So, in order to get to that, it's going to come in there, we need to go up on that sort of trajectory and come back down and meet it on the way down. So, we want to fire pretty much straight up, or pretty much at the target. I think, yeah, firing directly at the target is how this is going to work. So, let us commence Operation Grab That Asteroid. Go! It's very slow, it's a very heavy rocket, it's got a lot in there. There are actually 2 probes in here. We've got another little argon powered probe with loads of science on it. That is going to, when we're up very, very high, drop off and disappear into the reaches of wherever. We've already got a bit of science there. It's just going to go off into deep space, basically. And the idea being that it's got plenty of delta V on board, so it can go wherever. I might just try and send it out and see what encounters I can get with what planets, and it can do flybys of different worlds and send us back some science. I just thought I'd do that because we're going out to Kerbin's edge of the edge of the sphere of influence, so it makes sense to kind of use that, I suppose. Put a tiny probe on there, and yeah, get everything we possibly can out of it. Right, so heading in roughly the right direction. It's just going to be basically a really long burn straight up until we get up here somewhere, and then we can kind of figure out our encounter. Hopefully we'll be able to get and get before we crash back into Kerbin. That should be easy enough done. I'm kind of thinking we could aero brake through Kerbin. That would be quite cool. I could get the asteroid to just come up and skim the atmosphere, and could use it as a giant heat shield, really, which is always a very good option. But anyway, I will fire this up as far as it can go, and I will see you doing all the science on the way. Once we sort of have our apparatus up there somewhere. Right, so we have managed to completely miss this. We're firing straight off into the middle of interplanetary space, which is fine, but I completely misjudged how this comes up. Rather than going that way, I went that way, I think, or somewhere. Yeah, I've gone 90 degrees to where I needed to go. It's a bit of a problem, but nothing that we cannot fix. We're going to be heading up here. We need to basically fire that way, I think. But whilst we've got this shooting off into interplanetary space, I thought it makes sense to deploy our other little probe. So let's drop off the clamshell and aim our camera down here somewhere so I can see what's going on. And you'll see we've got this tiny little one here, which generally just is what it says. Now the drawback is that if I decouple this, it's going to hit that. It's going to hit that at quite a high pace, I reckon, because I didn't turn down the power. So hopefully we will not destroy our satellite. Let's find out. No, it's going to bounce. It's going to be okay. Right, awesome. So we'll go over to that. Hopefully this will drift out on its own. Doesn't really have to. We could do that. Apparently we can't activate that engine. Why can I not activate the engine? Activate, please. On the engine, there we go. Then we're going to extend the solar panels, but we'll use the Kerbalism panel for that because it's easier. Go. Okie dokie. And we'll fire up the engine, give that a bit more of a boost. Where's that? There we go. Gonna completely shoot off into international space, into planetary space, and leave this one behind, just so we can basically fade away out of our physics range. So I haven't got to worry about colliding with it or anything. So I need to figure out how to get this down to here, basically, because we kind of want it to have the escape and slow down a bit so it comes back down. So let's add a maneuver, say here somewhere. Can I add maneuvers now? What is going on? Something very odd is going on with the mouse here. There we go. Wow, that's only 8 seconds away. That's no good. Add a maneuver, and no, drag that maneuver. Oh gosh, lost it. Right. Don't appear to be able to click on the line. It appears just very briefly and then disappears again. Come on. There we go. Right. There we go. We have a maneuver. Awesome. So we need to go that away to there. That's not bad. Okay. And then we need to slow down a bit. Aha. We need to basically get it so that it's there we go. There we go. That's what we need. But as you can see, that is going to basically go up and then turn around and come straight down. So at the tip, we're going to have to fire out a bit to get us coming down some more. I mean, I suppose realistically, rather than being up there, we should be down here, shouldn't we? That's where we want to be. We want to be... oh. I'm maneuver node editing again, I know, sorry. Not the most exciting thing to see. Something like that. It's really difficult to actually get a how close we're going to be to it until it's actually in this sphere of influence. That's the problem. So we'll go up there. That's apparently going to take 20 days. I thought it always took 10 days to get up there. Okay. Okay, so... let's target at our current position. So... that's what we want to do. We want to get that to be there. I'm confused. That's insect nodes. We're going to be 46 million kilometers off. 46 million. With 3, and it goes away. Ah, I see what's going on here. Basically, if we did that, I get that right, and that means we'll go up, and then when we come back down again, we will meet that here at Kerbal, which is not what we want. Not what we want. We want to meet that up here somewhere. So we want to bring that down so that meets us there, and then we can figure out the maneuver from there. I think that's going to be the best way to do this. I've basically messed up the launch. That's the problem here. I've completely messed up the launch, so things are not as they should be. But, well, let's make the most of it, shall we? We can figure it out. We can figure it out. I can always accelerate, push the craft up so we meet it up even higher. That is something we could actually do. There's no reason why I couldn't do this and just accelerate up. That's out, and then slow down again when we get up here. So that will give us more time. Although that does still give us like 8 days before it gets to Kerbal, so there's plenty of time to meet it, he says, knowing that last time it took me 6 days to meet the damn thing. But I'm going to do this maneuver. I'm going to do it now as well, because we don't have to actually wait until he's that maneuver. Ah, we're getting an encounter with the moon as well. That's throwing things off a little bit. And for some reason, I don't have any control with this. I don't have any prograde. Things are going wrong. Things are going wrong. And I planned this. I planned this so well. See, that's what happens. That's what happens. If you plan something, it goes wrong. It goes terribly wrong. Whereas if you just throw it together, make it up, it works much better. I don't know. I don't know. Right. Let's just point prograde a bit, shall we? I'm basically just going to take this all the way out up to here somewhere. So, let's say 20 days. Wonder if I was to there we go. 10 days, 8 days, 8 days when we will escape Kerbal. Okay. Okay, let's go with that. Let's bring that down though. Where is Kerbal? I want to be going not that way. I want to go that way. Point that. Point that way. I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know what I'm doing here. Let's be honest. I'm sort of making up as I go, which is the best way. Let's be honest. Make it up as you go. Brute force it. Especially if you build a craft with plenty of Delta V, which I have done here. This has got plenty of Delta V. It's still got this upper stage here we haven't used yet. So if I point about there and fire that, does that bring that down? Yes, it does. You want to travel a bit more south than that. Another encounter with the moon. That moon encounter is really not helping. That's a big problem. The moon encounter is a big problem. So I need to probably readjust my orbit after I meet the moon. I think let's do that. Let's go through the moon. Well, not through the moon. That would be bad for everyone involved. Batteries are running low. Why are our batteries running low? Ah, because we haven't deployed the solar panels. Let's deploy them. Probably help. Also, oh no, we don't need to deploy satellite. We've got a Intoid there. We've got a probe core and a Lunatron thing. So a relay or a salad dish. That's the word. Why is that connecting? Because that's going to be a relay, and I'm not showing relays on the menu. Okay, are we a relay? I think we might be registered as a relay, which we don't want to be. Doesn't particularly matter, but no, I don't want a relay antenna. I don't want the relay antenna. I want the probe core. I want the probe core. No, I want the probe core. Thank you. Rename. We don't want to be a relay. We want to be a probe. That will do. It's just so that when I bring the map up, it shows. It shows on here because I don't have relays. I can just tick them. I know that, but yeah. Right. Righty dokie. So we know the other side of the moon. We want to be firing that way. I say that way. It's difficult to know. But basically, I'm looking where Kerbin is down there, and I'm going. I want to find that way towards the top right corner of the screen. That's what I want to do. So let's do that, and I'll face that away. Reset the camera because that looks really weird. And then fire the engine. And that's not doing what I expected it to do. Because we actually want to just fire east. Hold on a minute. Why is north different direction now? I am confused. Okay, we're going to fire anti-normal. That's going to send us that. Here. Firing that way. Going to send that up. When it should send it that way. Am I missing something about orbital mechanics here? That's not. Yeah, why is that? Because I'm using the screen as the reference, not the nav ball. There. That's the problem. That's the problem. I had the camera turned around. So, yeah. So, that's north. We want to actually travel 90 degrees. So, I need to ignore the screen orientation and actually want to do it via the nav ball. Follow your instruments, not your eyes. That was full. I realise I'm doing a lot of manoeuvres again now. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get an encounter. And then, once we have an encounter, we shall come back and we shall deal with this asteroid. So I will see you very shortly. And a while later, here we are. We have an encounter with the asteroid coming up in 7 minutes. We're approaching fairly soon. It was quite weird to get up here. The biggest issue I had was that I was coming in from above and coming down. And every time I was doing a maneuver, I was trying to figure out why it wasn't finding it. And it's because I'd already passed my apparatus. I'd changed something and I was going down. When I was changing things to make my apparatus match the asteroid, obviously I'd passed it. So I was trying to get it all lined up and then figuring out what's going on with there. And it wasn't until I switched over to here and saw that that was going down. I'm like, so pointed back up again and it worked. But we are less than 90 kilometers away. Okay, point retrograde. Have made a mistake with the probe core in this. It doesn't have anything on it at all. It's got no prograde, retrograde or anything like that, so we're just dealing with it as it is. But luckily we've still got loads of fuel left in this this tank here, so we're going to be okay. Yay. So I've not even looked at what this asteroid is. Don't know what class of asteroid it is or anything. I really hope this grabber's big enough for it. I didn't think of that. That could be interesting. Ah, there it is. It's not a big one. It's not a big one at all. That's fine. I want to go past it and then come in from... Actually, it doesn't matter where I come in from because we're going to be rotating it round. Because at the moment it's going to crash into Kerbin, which is not ideal. Not ideal at all. Okay. Trying to point in the right direction, I suppose. Nope. Yeah. Okay, and I want to... can we switch over to? Too distant, apparently. I need to target its centre of mass, and I can't remember exactly how you do that. On that. Also, this does have targeting, so the actual head will twist, I believe it is. I'm not really used to targeting. I'm not going to use the magnet. That's never gone down well for me. Oh! I just completely pressed the wrong button there. Let's turn around. That was a mistake. I pressed Z on the keyboard. Luckily, those Werner engines are going to help with that. Okay, so don't make that mistake again. Right. Line ourselves up. Werner engine. Shall we? There we go. Right. I don't have any way to stop using them, actually. I didn't put in any Werner engines to slow myself down going forward, so I've got to get this right first time. But I'm hoping we'll be okay. Right, let's get a bit closer. Okay, so now target centre of mass. There we go. That's what I want to do. And hopefully we can grab it in a way that means it won't spin out of control. That's the idea. Trying to get it all lined up now. Gently. That looks about right. Okay. So, total mass is 2.241 tons. It's a tiny little asteroid. Tiny thing. But that doesn't matter. That does not matter. Should be okay. I do need to grab it first time, because if it starts spinning out of control, that's going to cause problems. And I'm also going to retract my solar panels. Or I will do once we get... I've had solar panels bump off on me before. I'm also not really targeting a very good point there. Now I think about that. Yeah, we're going to abort that. Abort that. I'm going to go around to this side of the asteroid. That way. And I really wish I had prograde and retrograde controls, because there's a dip there, and I know if I stab that we'll fling off to one direction. This side looks kind of flat, so that's where we're going to go. Let's move away from it. And try again, shall we? Right. First and foremost, I want to It's this craft point retrograde. Cut the engine down to about 5.5%. Seems like a good number. Yeah, want to go towards the target. We are still targeting the center of mass. Target center of mass. Yes, we are. It's lined up nicely onto the nav ball. They're fighting it at the moment. There we go. And I'm going to accelerate to 1.5 meters a second. And that, I believe, should be good. That looks good. That looks okay. I'm going to retract the solar panels. Protect them. And we shall approach the asteroid. That was the wrong button to press there. I wanted to move the camera up there. And we will see what happens. Success. We have grabbed onto the asteroid. It is now part of us. But it's not the SES because we're wiggling for some reason. That because that's able to targeting on that to stop it. Do we get bits and pieces? Okay. Awesome, awesome. Let's extend these solar panels back out again. Not that they're going to work because we're behind an asteroid, but still. So. First things first, we need to make sure we're not going to be crashing into Kerbal. So I need to push our orbit down and move up, and we want to go that way. And I also kind of want to put us on a flatter orbit, which is fine. Now we're getting this new wonderful gizmo. It is the new maneuver nodes. It's telling me that obviously I don't have enough to do it in this one stage, so I need to looking at doing it with another stage, perhaps. I do still want to be really close to the planet. I want to be as close as is possible. $71 looks good to me. And not very flat. Let's try and get that better. Nope. $56 looks like a good start. Let's just do that, shall we? So, first and foremost, let us point towards that if we can. I'm not entirely sure we can actually move here. We are moving very, very slowly. Okay. There and fire the engine up. Ooh. hold on. We are wobbling, which isn't a surprise, to be honest with you. Let's see if we can get a turn our wobble off a bit and stop. And the engine back up again. I'm not sure running the engine at full power in this case is going to be a good thing, because it's going to cause problems, I think. We're not on the centre of mass by the looks of it. No, it looks like we are actually spinning out of control. Yeah. Okay, so it didn't quite work how expected. We're slightly off centre of mass. But that's okay. That's still not a problem. We just need to basically get this asteroid back down and put it in a stable orbit. But I think that's going to have to wait until the next episode. So we have captured an asteroid and we're pretty much guaranteed to get it into orbit. I will finish this off in the next one. So thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you again next time, and until then, as always, have fun.